Hey guys, Moose here. Welcome to another episode of Life is Feudal Forest Village. Things are going okay. We're in spring. We've got the farms working. I turned off those four. Right, coming back to me. Things are going surprisingly really well. Kinda don't know why or how, to be honest. Good situation though, I'll tell you that much. This reaches everything, right? Alright, we can't see. Whatever. Yeah, okay, I think we're doing just fine at the moment. You have plenty of that, so why don't you make the trade? Anyway, not a lot going on at the moment. I mean, that's actually completely not true, but I don't know. It doesn't feel like as much as usual, I guess. Stuff that's going on. I need to get new series going. Probably gonna be Osiris New Dawn. But I need to learn about the game before I do that, because it's complicated and I don't know how well that's going to work just yet. But it'll probably, it's either going to be a stream that then has VODs posted on YouTube, or just a straight YouTube series. Other than that, I was thinking about doing a series on Jalopy, if I can get it. I forget if it's even out. I just know other YouTubers have done series on it. Mathis is the guy that I've watched. Do I not have anyone pulling from there? Somehow I feel like I do not. Okay, let's cool it on that. This is a little bit more critical, because it's further away, so it's more likely to need the help. That was about as good as it was gonna get. I already forgot which one was the empty one. I think it was this one, yeah. Yeah, okay. It's a little closer, easier to get to. But yeah, I was thinking about Jalopy. I don't know if I'm really gonna do it or not, but I was thinking about it at the very least. There's a lot of stuff coming up that I want to do series on, and there's a lot of series that I want to do, but they involve other people that it's not, I can't just do it, like it's not a simple thing. Some of it will invariably involve Karen in the long term, but she's about to head on a trip to Japan, and also we need to get her, her office basically set up, which is going to take some effort. I've been trying to work on it bit by bit, but we're not making as much progress as either of us would like, I think. Kind of ties into the other thing that makes it ridiculous for me to say there's not much going on, which is that I have that massive work project that... I don't know, like, I don't know if I'm in denial at this point, but it's kind of in, like, a... Like, I'm scared because the project... It's hard to explain, but basically, like, my job is to write a report for it. But a lot of the data that I need to write a report off of doesn't exist until the project goes live. So I'm, like, trying to code and design based on data that doesn't exist, knowing that it will exist eventually, and that I will then be able to, like, get at it, theoretically. I don't know. It's, like, a really kind of shitty situation right now. I don't really know what I'm doing. To be totally honest with you, it's not good, I guess. So, I have an idea of what I'm doing, and I've got most of this stuff set up, but I don't totally... I don't know if I'm like... I feel like I've got most of what I need and it's already done, and I'm kind of like, alright. But I'm like terrified that there's something that I've overlooked, and I'm actually totally screwed, and I just don't know it yet. And that horrifies me. And I just don't know if that's the case or not. I feel like it's probably the case. Which is spooky, to say the least. We should probably go ahead and put more of these guys up. I think we're fine, right? How's this work? You guys don't have any gap. So that's right there. That'll work, yeah. But do I want to not have a gap? I think it's fine. It maybe looks not great, but... Oh, that one won't work. Okay. Well, that's kind of pisses me off, to be honest. I'm not happy about that. But what are you gonna do? Yeah, there's no way to get that in there. Alright, well... I can deconstruct. I think these guys might have a space here or here. But let's say it's probably not necessary for now. Just leave it alone for the moment. We're fine. We're doing just fine. We really have genuinely pretty much no issues here. I mean, other than, I guess you could say manpower is an issue, but not a major one. We're okay. But yeah, I'm honestly kind of scared about that project. Because I feel like I can't shake this feeling that I'm missing something critical. And it's gonna be difficult. I mean, the thing is, like, realistically, anything that comes up, if I understand the issue, it should take me a day or less to implement. Because I have all the data, I think. And any data that I don't have is easy to access, so... I think I put myself in a position to succeed. It's just gonna be... And I already told my boss and everyone involved, like, look, this is not gonna be a smooth implementation. Because my job is not projects, like, that's the thing. I'm doing this because I'm the one in the company who has the ability to do it. I'm not doing it because it's my job. So, I could very easily say, look, you know what, I'm not a IT guy, I'm not part of IT, I work for planning. My job is to pull material. This is so far outside my scope that they really don't have any right to get mad at me if it doesn't work out. I mean, they still will, because I should have just said, nope, I'm not doing it. But I don't know. I mean, it's not going to come to that anyway. What I already have set up works well enough for the basic stuff. It's just not, like, it doesn't cover everything, and basically what this is we're extending some things, so we have to do a lot more manual transactions. But there's no way for the people doing the transactions to know when they need to do a transaction, so I've set up a system that says that basically all it does is it looks at data from 2 different databases and says, does this transaction need to be done? And has it already been done? So it says, hey, has it gone past this point on the manufacturing floor? If so, a transaction needs to be done. And then it checks the other database where the transactions happen and says, okay, well, was it already done? Because obviously if it's already done, you don't need to be told to do it again. And it's more complex than that makes it sound, basically. Just because there's so many different routes that things can go down depending on any number of variables. It's complicated. Raiders spotted on the horizon. Come get some, chumps. You guys do not scare me. I think I'm actually, like, impossible to hit now. They nearly can't hit me. Like, there's almost nothing they could do to hurt me, which is pretty sweet. So I like that. Happy about that. I'm sure they could still do some damage, but by and large, I'm pretty much fine here. Alright, I want to take people off of blacksmithing. You guys don't need to be working. Fine. I need more manpower, though. So I take everyone off fishing and say, hey, start baking again? Yeah, that leaves me with a pretty good amount of people. I should be getting more people soon. Like, we are short, but, I mean, look at the housing we have. There's no reason for us not to have... We have 306... No, 288 houses. We have 283 people. Yeah, look at that. 56 children. So we're gonna be fine. It's just gonna take some time. Should probably build another school. Book. That's the book? Okay, that looks like a Bible, so I don't totally see that as a education book, but whatever. Build up a couple of temporary buildings in order to facilitate the education of our youth, which are largely probably concentrated up here. I mean, they're probably all over the place, but this will be accessible enough that it's fine, I think? Yeah. I'm worried about these guys. They're the ones who are going to have to travel the furthest. It's fine. They'll learn to live with it. Not super worried about it, but yeah. I can't quite shake that stress. But then the flip side is, like... I don't know, lately, because we've been working on getting things rearranged. We've been working on, like, kind of thinking, well, I mean, I've been thinking about it anyway. We haven't necessarily been talking about it that much, but we've been thinking about rearranging our home and, you know, hey, it'd be cool if we had this, or what if we, you know, like, one thing is, I occasionally drink tea, not super often, but Karen drinks tea daily. So, personally, I like the short but big mugs. Because they're super easy to clean, and they're like, it's impossible for them to stay dirty because they're so easy to get your hand in there and scrub whatever you need to. It's easy. But a lot of the mugs we have are tall and thin, which I fucking hate. But because I like the small and fat ones, I think Karen tends to use the tall and thin ones, because those are the ones I don't like. As a result, her mugs are very difficult to clean. It's a pain in the ass for her. The dishwasher doesn't clean them fully. It's a pain in the ass for me. No, it's crap. They're terrible. We should be getting rid of those mugs. But we haven't. Those are the ones we have right now. So my plan is to get rid of those at some point and say, you know what, these suck, let's just not have them, and then get some nice mugs that are short and fat, so they're like completely easy to clean. We have a whole bunch that I like and that she likes. That's one thing. That it's just like, a lot of the stuff that I have is just stuff that I have because that's what was given to me. It's not because like I picked it and I like it necessarily. It's not, none of it's like egregiously bad, it's all fine. But it's like little things like that, where what if it was just nicer so that we don't have to worry about whatever little thing it is that's going on that could be easier in our lives, that's all. So I'm thinking about stuff like that with storage, organization, kitchen especially. Like we both like food a lot, obviously. So we both, I think we're both pretty enthusiastic about kitchen stuff and having nice things for the kitchen. The sous vide thing is part of that, for sure. And that's been nice. We actually made salmon with it, but I don't know. I think Karen liked it, but I'm not as into it. The problem is sous vide, the whole point of sous vide is that it makes things stay moist, and I don't really like moist fish. I feel like fish is better when it kind of flakes apart. And this, what we made, was definitely not that. So I guess I prefer baked fish, mainly. Which is fine, everyone's got different preferences, but it's interesting to think, like, hey, this method that's, like, amazing and it cooks it perfectly every time, you always get what you get, it's never any different. Well, maybe that's not actually a good thing. I mean, not that consistency is fine, but like maybe you don't want it to be cooked that way. Maybe you want it a little dried out because there's actually qualities to that are good. I never really thought of it that way. For steak, for sure. The steak was fantastic. It kind of needed something else because it basically came out tasting like roast beef. Which was not... Oh, I forgot to take you guys off. Which was not really what I was looking for. But it was still delicious. Like, it was good. I would just need to figure out how to season it better and then sear it on the pan afterwards. And also, ideally, if it could take less than 12 hours, that'd be great. But such is life, right? Like, if that's the way it has to be, that's the way it has to be. So, I'm not going to stress it too much. It'd just be nice if it didn't take quite so long. I'm really looking forward to trying chicken with it. I think that's going to be make or break. Because chicken's weird. I'm trying to think. There's like two ways this could work. Either it could come out completely perfect and like incredible, and I'm gonna love it, and Karen will love it too. Or it's gonna come out, and this is what I'm worried about, tasting like and feeling like the chicken's not actually cooked, even though it actually is. I'm not worried about whether or not the chicken's cooked. I'm just worried about whether or not it comes out like... There's a quality to chicken when it's undercooked that I really don't like. Where it's not just juicy, but it's also, like, fleshy. It's not, like, chicken... Chicken that's been fully cooked is, like, stringy, kind of. You know? Like, if you take a piece of it, there's, like, strings to it. And you see that with, like, for example, really good example of that I can remember is, Mexican restaurant that I really like, that I get lunch at occasionally. They do like a boiled chicken with spices thing that's like very typical of Mexican food, I think. And that, like, you can see the pieces of chicken. It's like a piece of chicken and then there's like strings of chicken hanging off of it. I don't really know how to describe it better than that. Hopefully that makes sense, but I don't know if it does. Anyway, point is, that's what I want. I don't want it to be... It's similar to how I prefer fish to flake apart. As opposed to just being kind of like fleshy and like you break it apart and it's not breaking apart where the lines are, if that makes it. God, I can't explain this properly at all. Hopefully you understand what I mean, but yeah. So that's the one downside I've had with sous vide so far. Still fantastic, and much easier than cooking it any other way because it's consistent, but some minor downsides to it. Only minor, though. Good. We got donkeys coming back to life here, or getting born. That is good. I always worry about that. Bakers are doing a good job. I want to keep them running. I don't want to take them out of there. Do I have... What am I making? Am I making just bread and vegetable pie? Yeah. That's kind of okay. I could see doing fish pie, but I don't think that's necessary at this point. Did this use milk? No. Okay, so we're not using milk anywhere. So what uses milk? Honey pie does not. It's just... nothing? Nothing uses milk? Okay, fruit pie uses milk, that's it. We could do that. You could say no using fruit, and then do, like, fruit pie. Like, it's probably stupid to designate these right now, but... leave it alone. I'm fine with that. Yeah. Okay, there's going to be a lot of kids. That's why I wanted to make sure I did this. Because we're going to have a tremendous amount of youth requiring education. People are dying of hypothermia. That really... that's a problem. You guys shouldn't be. Like, you're not that far. Plus, it's work. I mean, you have, like, a path to get there, right? Most of it's paved, even. Labor error. No! Error died! Error, no! Error died. You will be missed, Error. I totally forgot we had someone named Error. That used to be the nickname of a Sharks player who later became a Vancouver Canucks player, and then a Buffalo Sabres player, and then he played somewhere else. Now he plays maybe in Germany? He was in the Olympics. Christian Ehrhoff, German player. His name was, or we nicknamed him, I think it was just fans nicknamed him Error because he had a tendency to take a really hard shot but miss. I think that was why. He was not very accurate, let's say. I think that was the issue. Alright, we're +1. I don't want to take off the fisherman. That's not the number I meant to hit. I did that last episode too, didn't I? And I don't have people to put on... Well, yeah, I do. I totally forgot about the miners. I need fruit, because we want to make fruit pie. But that is going to be where we end it for today's episode. So, thank you very much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you'll join us for the next one as well. If you did enjoy it, feel free to come by twitch.tv/electronicmoose, 6 to 8 p.m. PST, 9 to 11 p.m. EST, Wednesday, Friday, Sunday. But if you'd prefer just to watch here on YouTube, I appreciate that all the same. So, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Take care.